And I worked at this Ace Hardware for like a month until I got fired. Termination reveal at 50,000 subscribers. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers. We're halfway to that silver play button, but more importantly, we're only 20,000 away from the 69er cadence and the Tinder profile reveal. So make sure that you click the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, then create a second account so you can subscribe again. And then you can also click like twice on all my videos. And for this one, we got the Ace Hardware Termination reveal. Why did I get fired from Ace Hardware? It's gonna be the greatest story you ever heard in your life, I'm telling you. But first, we're gonna do a little Q&A for you fine morning people. I mean, there are 50,000 of you and you guys have a lot of questions, so I'm gonna answer some of them. All right, enough screwing around. Let's get to it. Okay, I asked my morning people here on the news feed to compose some questions and like the questions they want answered. By the way, you can become a morning person by just clicking that subscribe button. So I'm going to answer the top 10 most liked questions, and we're going to go from the least likes to the most likes, so make sure you stick around for the whole video because at the end we're doing the termination reveal, but also these questions are more and more likable as we go. Question number 10 comes from J Games Gino. What was your favorite show you ever marched? Well, I did do a whole lot of band, but I gotta say I think my favorite show that I marched was United Percussion 2009. One, because I really love marching WGI, but also this show was really, really cool. It was super in your face, a lot of exposed moments, but also it was really, really deep and interesting. But this show was called One, and it was basically about how the human race should come together as one. Because no matter what color your feathers may be, we are all the same on the inside. Isn't that right, chickens? Question number 9 is from Yarbs. Do you play any video games? If so, which ones? No, I don't play video games. I prefer providing the entertainment rather than taking part in it. I mean, I used to play video games all the time when I was a kid, but now, I don't know, video games just don't hold my interest. I get bored really, really quickly. But the last video game I did play was in 2011. I played Alice Madness Returns for PC. And the only reason I played this game was because me and Tony G, the guy from My Hurt Is 2 rap, we were writing a show for the high school we were teaching, and we were using a bunch of music from this game's soundtrack. And this music was really, really cool, and it made me want to buy the game. So I bought it, I played it, it was really freaking weird, but I liked it. It was a cool game.
Is sanity required for the job?
A limited quantity. You're not mad enough to be rejected.
Question number 8 is from Josh Daniels. What's the difference between the Commandant Zone and the Presidential Band, and why did you choose the Commandant Zone? Good question. A lot of people actually ask me this one. So the Commandant Zone, we are the only active drum and bugle corps in all the armed forces. Like what you see at a DCI show, we are the only military band that does that thing. We also do a lot of other stuff, but that's one of the things we're most well known for is our drill show. Now, the President's Zone, the Marine Corps band, they are more of like a concert band, symphony orchestra style of ensemble. And yes, they do some other things. Some of them involve marching. Like we have our Friday night ceremony where it's like the Commandant Zone and President's Zone. We do our little intricate pass-through drills between each other. It's pretty neat. But for the most part, the President's Zone, they do concerts inside, similar to that of a symphony orchestra. And also, it's pretty much just as hard to get into the President's Zone as it is to get into one of the top symphony orchestras there are. And if you do get in, then the pay of the President's Zone is similar to that of a symphony orchestra. So why did I choose the Commandant Zone? It's because I really like playing tenors a lot, and President's Zone don't have tenors. And I enjoy playing the DCI and WGI style, and that's what the Commandant Zone does. And the combined total pay I'm getting from the Commandant Zone and my YouTube channel. Financial reveal at 55,000 subscribers. Question number 7 is from Tyler Dumphy. 32nd note, 32nd note, 16th note, 16th note, 32nd note, 32nd note, 16th note, 16th note, 8th note shot. I mean, yeah. Do you even have to ask? Question number 6 is from David M. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Oh boy, so in 10 years I'm gonna be 40. Holy crap, that is really old. So the way that my YouTube channel is growing at a rapid rate, I think that there is a very high possibility that I could be doing this full time and get you guys some daily uploads. Oh yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? But if that doesn't work out, I will probably end up staying in the Marine Corps. Like, this job is pretty awesome. So in 10 years, if I stay in, I will have just re-enlisted into my 4th term. Probably go to the whole 20 at that point if I stay in that long. So that's probably what it's gonna be. It's either gonna be YouTube or Marine Corps. Question number 5 is from Yarbs. Again, wow, good job, Yarbs. You got 2 questions in the top 10. If you were to play another instrument in band, what would it be and why? Okay, so if I had to play like any other instrument other than drums, I would probably either bass or guitar, because it would be nice to not have to fake those parts on the blow-up guitar. But if we're talking strictly concert band, I think I would go with trombone. The trombone's a cool instrument. It's super loud. I like the sound of the slide, and you can kind of prank people when you go out in the 7th position, like just hit them like while you're walking by. It's pretty funny. Question number 4 is from Drop Shot to Copper. Could you do story videos about your characters? Like a funny backstory to Sergeant Butthole? I have actually thought about doing that, like behind the Gok block, doing his duty diligently. The story of Sergeant Butthole. By the way, those behind the Gok block videos, they take freaking forever to make. You know, interviewing myself, that takes a lot of thought and figuring out. But it is a lot of fun editing them and being really goofy. I know a lot of you guys like that, and I'm gonna do some more of them. So if this is a type of video that you wanna see, leave a comment below. Maybe I'll do it. Okay, we're on to the top 3 questions. But first, before we do that, make sure that you click the like button. Okay, number 3 comes from Toad Sage. How long did it take you to get good with traditional grip? Okay, so my first time playing traditional grip, I was a freshman in high school on the snare line, and I remember struggling a lot. Like, I was on the struggle bus that whole season. And then for indoor that year, I switched to tenors because, well, tenors are cooler. And you know, I stuck on tenors all the way through my junior year, and I would still like practice now and then, like with traditional grip on a pad. Then my senior year, I got put back on snare drum because of the needs of the band. At that point, I was a lot more comfortable with playing a traditional grip. And I guess I would go as far as saying that I was good at it at that point. So it took 3 years from sucking at it, randomly practicing, and I watched a whole lot of DCI videos. That probably helped a lot. Then I was good at it my senior year. Question number 2 is from Matt Newberger. Why chickens? I don't understand this question. Okay, so while I was at Marine Corps boot camp from, let's see, it was October 2017, I got out in January 2018. Somewhere in there, some craziness was happening on YouTube, because when I got back and got my phone, my recommended videos were all freaking covers of songs played by Rubber Chickens. And I was watching these and I was like, what is this craziness? Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I had to do it. I had to do it too, because this was awesome. This was hilarious. So I bought one chicken, it was this one, and I practiced for several months to get good at it. Then I bought 12 more. And then this one, somebody sent this to me recently. So now I have 14 chickens that I play with all the time. And we got another one on the way. That one's gonna be good. And number 1, the most liked question comes from Matchodon. Good morning. Good morning. I would love to hear the inspirations for all of the characters that appear on your channel, like Lil Peanut, the Mass Drummer, Scotty Pipes, and the rest of the gang. Keep doing what you're doing and have a good morning. Okay, this is another video I was thinking about doing as well. To give you the brief rundown of it, most of these characters came from this prank I did, where I made up this whole drum line on Instagram and prank some people with it, and it was really hilarious. I'm not gonna go into complete detail because that'll ruin the other video, but that's where a lot of them came from. A few of them just came from random characters I thought of for a specific video, and then I just kept doing things with them afterwards. And there is one of these crazy characters that is actually based off of a real person. Compose a comment and leave your best guess to which one you think it is. Okay, that's the top 10 questions. Thank you guys for asking. Make sure you subscribe so you can post questions the next time I ask. Okay, time for the greatest story you're ever gonna hear in your life. Why I got freaking fired from Ace Hardware. Tony G got me this job. He worked there too. And I've been working there for about a month. You know, I was finally like figuring out like how to do this job pretty well. Then one day while I was working, the manager, he asked me to come into his office and he sits me down and he tells me that I negatively appeal to all 5 senses. Sound terrible. I look like garbage.
You smell like you haven't showered. You make me feel like I'm gonna throw up. And what's the other? Taste? Oh, yeah. You taste bad too. Fix it.
Nah, I'm just kidding, that didn't happen. I got fired because the store was losing money and they had to get rid of the most recently hired employee, which was me. And then about 6 months after that, the store went out of business completely. That's it. That's why I got fired. Wasn't that the greatest story you ever heard in your life? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button, ring that Liberty Bell, and click the like button. And also consider buying a custom t-shirt such as this one. I'll leave the link in the description. And have a good morning.